So I have to tell you a little secret today. I'm gonna tell you which pump is my favorite and which pump you should order. Just kidding. You should never do that. We're gonna talk about how to decide which pump is best for you, and the reason why I would never share what worked best for me on one journey or all my journeys or anything like that is because I am not you. And when you decide on a pump, you really have to think about a lot of things, your lifestyle, your preferences, but the whole point is it's about you and what you need. Whether you're choosing a pump using your insurance benefit or adding one to your registry or purchasing one out of pocket, there's so much to consider. We like to break this decision down into two main tiers of deciding factors. Now, it doesn't mean that the tier 1 deciding factors are the only important things to think about. It's just what we think about first. And the second tier are extras, other things to really reinforce your decision. So we're going to go through those two tiers today. So the first tier of deciding factors includes two main things to think about. You want to think about the actual way the pump works, the cycle and suction settings, the modes, and you also want to think about portability. So when we're talking about those cycle settings, you want to think about how you prefer to work with technology. Some people like something that's really user-friendly, maybe with fewer buttons, fewer options, and you can sort of just let the pump help direct you a little bit. And then there are other people that really want to be as customizable as possible, whether they want to be able to control each side separately with a dual motor pump, or if they want to change the cycle speed and all of those different things. Now, if that sounds really confusing and you don't know what that means, all of the examples I'm showing you today, you can look at our unboxing video of each of them and see how customizable the Similary S7 is, or see how user-friendly this Similary P1 is. When you're looking at those videos and when you're thinking about pumps in the suction and cycle settings, remember that they all really do the same thing. They create suction, and what that does and what makes them different is really the patterns that they use, how many modes or options, and how much control you have. So again, really think about what you prefer. More control, less control, and work with what works best for your lifestyle. So the second factor to consider within Tier 1 is the portability. So a lot of people need to be really on the go with pumping, whether it's due to their lifestyle or their career. And some people are very cool with just sitting on the couch and they have that availability, being with baby and pumping in one spot. So think about what works for you for your portability. The battery will impact that. If it's plug-in only, you are stuck to one location. If you are using something that has a built-in rechargeable battery, does it have a handle for you to move around with that built-in rechargeable battery? Like the Spectra S1 has that battery. The S2, which is pink, is plug-in only. They both function the same way, but you have a little bit more portability with the S1 because of that internal rechargeable battery there. You also can consider all the way to hands-free or wearable pumps. Some pumps have hands-free collection kits that go in the bra. Some of them are fully wearable where the entire pump motor and collection kit are all in the bra, and you can control them from an app. And so all of these features, Bluetooth, handles, battery, you want to think about what makes most sense for you. Not everybody needs all of those things. The more features and options that it has can sometimes increase the cost of the pump too. So thinking about what really matters and what you really need for this journey is really important. And that can change from one pregnancy to the next. All right, so Tier 2 is more to reinforce your decision. So when we have these factors that we're looking at, they are the extras, the bonuses that you feel really reinforce why you chose some of those pump options, and then maybe it'll help you narrow down some of those choices. So one of the things to consider is the warranty. The pump motor for each pump has a warranty of about 1 or 2 years depending on the manufacturer. Depending on your goals for your pumping and lactation journey, that may impact if you choose one with only 1 year or if you prefer one with 2 years. The other thing to think about is the extra parts and accessories that come with it. So some brands like Lancino, some of their models come with an extra set of duckbill valves. And if you didn't know, duckbill valves are one of the parts of the pump that needs to be replaced most often. So having an extra set already makes that really easy and handy. There are also some pumps like this Lancino Smart Pump 3.0 that include additional flange sizes. And having those additional flanges can be really helpful for making sure you have the right fit for your body and your milk output. And so when you're testing them, having more options to start, check those off the list. And then if you need to explore outside of what's included in the kit, you can. Some pump manufacturers actually have guarantees and different things around Flange Fit where they'll send you an additional size to try for free. So take note of that as well. When we think about other accessories or extras, you might see some pumps with lanyards. Usually these can be disconnected, just like the Zomi Z2 or the Baby Buddha 2.0. You can take those right off there. One thing that can often pull attention to a pump is if it comes with a carry bag. So this is a really cool extra part or item to have, but again, it is in tier 2 because it should be something that reinforces why you're choosing the pump motor and how it functions first. So the carry bag, sometimes there are cooler bags or extra bottles. When it comes to some of those extras, they might be parts that you have to replace frequently. Like I mentioned, the duckbill valves. So you also want to consider how easy is it to access some of these replacement parts, whether it be through insurance, in stores, whether you want to run out in the middle of the night to grab something, or if you can order it online. And so knowing that ahead of time can be really helpful when you are in a pinch and you do need to replace something. So the last piece of tier 2 deciding factors are special features. You want to think about those extras for how the pump works. You probably can't tell right now, but I have a night light on for this Zomi Z2. So I'm obviously surrounded by light right now, but if I were in a dark room, it can be very helpful to have a night light. The other consideration for pumping at night is the type of screen that the pumps have. Some pumps don't have a screen, so you don't have to worry about being able to see it. Some pumps have different types of screen, whether it's backlit or an LCD. And then when the screen itself, sometimes they'll give you different information, whether it's how much battery life you have left, what mode you're pumping in, how long you've been pumping, because it will show you a timer, and what level you're pumping. Now, some of the pumps that don't have a screen have the option of Bluetooth in connection to an app. Now, when you're in that app, you can either track your pumping session, you can see how much milk volume has been collected, you can even control some pumps from the app itself, which can be really helpful depending on where you're pumping and how discreet you're choosing to be. One more thing to consider is something that the manufacturer Similarly does. They actually offer these skin decals where you can customize and personalize how your pump looks and maybe connect with it a little bit more than you would for a durable medical device. So the whole goal of this video was to walk you through the different things to consider when choosing a pump for you. I certainly hope you're not overwhelmed, but if you are feeling like you need more support in this, you can find more resources right here on our YouTube channel, or you can visit us at Aceleron.com to see a comparison grid, to chat with any of our team members, or feel free to give us a call. Our team is always happy to help.